Hello, this is Nick Starr coming to you with the Atlanta Theatre Chronicles. I'll be bringing you theater from across the metro Atlanta area, focusing on community theater, making an impact on our community. This week, we'll be talking to the Etheridge Arts Ensemble. This talented group will be bringing you August Wilson at his very finest, but not just one. They're bringing you two simultaneous shows in one run. You want to see this at Marietta's new theater in the square, running July 12th through July 21st. Be there, and you want to see both shows. See you at the theater.
Welcome to the Atlanta Theatre Chronicles, the podcast that shines a spotlight on community theater in the metro Atlanta area. Today we delve into the world of August Wilson with the talented actors from the simultaneous productions of Seven Guitars and King Hedley II in the Atlanta theater scene. I'm your host, Aurelia Thomas, and I am thrilled to welcome our guests today, Kennedy Williams, Princess Starr, and William Hayes III.
Third. I didn't say my whole name. Wow.
Yes, Kennedy, Princess, William, thank you all for joining us today. Let's jump right in. Kennedy, you're portraying Ruby in Seven Guitars, and Princess, you're going to be playing Ruby 40 years later in King Hedley II. Mm-hmm. Can you both share your process in building and portraying these characters who are connected across time?
I'll go first. I would definitely say that in building my character, I had to understand some of the trauma and the baggage that she came with in order to really be able to step into who she is fully outside of her outward appearance and like the surface. And then after seeing King Hedley and getting a picture of what she looked like and how she was depicted in the future, I guess it was kind of understanding the consequences of having options and how that kind of came to my detriment that shaped my mindset about going forward in the next shows.
Okay.
I definitely have to ditto that. Okay. I think sometimes actors don't take the time to delve into like what's even going on with the character in the play. It's like, okay, this is my character. I'm going to learn my lines. I'll have some emotion here. I'll highlight this is yellow. This is where I'll be sad. But Ruby was a whole lot more. Ruby had a lot of emotions going on. She withheld a lot of things because of her physical stature. And because she was able to use that younger, she used it in a different way when she was younger than she did when she was older. But I took some time, and I think it was good that we were able to see each other on stage. Yes. Because her nuances I wanted to carry over in King Hedley. Okay. So that people could still see the similarities. But I think the differences were more in how we responded to different situations. Yeah. So I took some time. I said, well, let me see what Kennedy's doing. Let me see what I can steal. So I, kind of took some of her nuances into the next 40 years. But at the same time, I had to spend some time trying to put a story to her to figure out why she did what she did. With her son, why would somebody just go off and sing on the road and leave her son with somebody else to raise? Because Princess wouldn't. Right. So it's just digging a little deep to see what we do.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and William, you've taken the challenging roles of King Hedley in Seven Guitars and the title role of King Hedley II, his son. Can you share with us what the difficulties were that you faced in portraying these complex characters, and what aspects of your work have made the process easier for you or more difficult?
When I originally started looking into this, I started realizing that Hedley and Seven Guitars died when King was 3 years old. And I started thinking back on my own father's life. My grandfather died when my father was 2 years old. My dad had a whole bunch of stories about my grandfather, but they were incomplete stories. It was as if he didn't really know what type of man he was. As a matter of fact, my grandfather was a physician and a brick mason at the same time. If you go to Vanderbilt, there at the old campus, there's a 3-foot wall that my grandfather built around it.
Wow. And
we used to go there all the time and look at the wall. And I just remember thinking to myself at like 16, 17-year-old, like, what are we looking at? Where is this legacy? And why are we even looking at it? And that's kind of the sentiment that I took with King. I started with King first and started thinking of like, okay, so what did Hedley really instill in a 3-year-old? And then paralleled that with my father's life of being like, I want to be like my father, but not knowing who my father really is. With Hedley, it's easy because it's basically the same thing. His father basically kicked him out the house when he was younger for questioning his position. And so then he just had to kind of find it along the way with this shadow of his father constantly following him. So I just kind of put those two things together with like my own real life and came up with King.
Okay. Wow. All right. Now, each of you, in one sentence, please share why August Wilson's work is important to you as an actor.
I'll go first. Can I have 2 sentences?
You can have 2 sentences.
August Wilson's work is authentic to African American lifestyle. So he makes it easy to breathe life in those characters because that's who we are. He deals with, his plays deal with all kinds of emotions that we already know, that we feel, that we can just bring to the stage. But as an actor, his works are important because I don't know if we realize how many people got their start in an August Wilson play. My husband is diehard in love with Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett got her start in Joe Turner as Martha. Charles Dutton got his start with Ma Rainey in The Piano Lesson. And I'm sorry, I don't remember his name, but the fellow that plays Bono in the movie Offenses. He auditioned for August Wilson on a street corner in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So August Wilson's work has allowed a lot of actors to get their breakthrough, their big break. So, and I don't think that it stops with the Angela Bassett's and the Charles Duttons and that sort of thing. I think that is still yet to come. That could be Princess Star, or Kennedy Williams, or William Hayes III.
Why y'all got to say the third?
Because that's your name.
I just want to let you know that that's more than 2 sentences.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was. Sorry.
That was, but it was worth it. So,
thank you.
Thank you. If you guys can try to keep it to 1 sentence.
It's like a reflection at a funeral. Can you keep it to 2
They
minutes?
ain't going to be able to do 1 sentence. They ain't going to be able to do 2 sentences. Maybe Kennedy.
I could do 1.5. So I would definitely like to piggyback off of what she said. I feel like the authenticity allows an actor or an actress to step into, especially as an African American, step into something that they're familiar with or something that they have not yet learned that they might be familiar with later on. Like I said, when starting August Wilson, it helped me kind of understand the background of what my older generations have experienced so that I can know them and understand them better as people, because this is real life. This is not for fake. So that's what I would say.
And it will be you one day.
Hopefully not this one, though.
I just want to reiterate again, that was more than 2 sentences.
That was. You can get 4. Please,
no, I really and truly just...
Let's give him half a sentence. Let's give him a half.
I get a whole sentence. You going to ask me the question, or I just answer the question?
Would you like me to ask the question again?
August Wilson's work is literally the breath of life.
All
right.
All right.
That says it,
doesn't it?
I follow instructions.
He was playing.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kennedy, Princess, and William, for sharing your insights and experiences with us today. And to our listeners, make sure to catch 7 Guitars and King Hedley II at Marietta Theatre in the Square.
You want to make your theater group part of the Atlanta Theatre discussion? Then reach out 770-528-0988. Looking forward to talking to you, and I'll see you at the theater.